Good, Matthew. How are you, man?
Matthew, how do you feel like the defensive line has progressed in camp?
I feel like we've progressed a lot from day one. We get tough coaching. We're able to capitalize on that coaching. We get praise where we capitalize on that praise. You take both with a grain of salt and continue to get better.
Are you moving back between defensive end and nose tackle? How does that work?
Really, all of us are cross-training because, with so many guys who are so talented, we all have to learn how to play each and every position because depending on the game, depending on the opponent, Coach Rock and Coach Pruitt might think that one person can do this, the next person can do that, and it just matters about winning. So.
And what was it like to get Karad Garland back on the field?
Oh, it's great. He's a good guy. He works hard. He runs the ball, plays hard. There's no really complaints with Karad. So, that was a good thing.
Can a guy that's under 300 pounds play the nose guard in this defense?
I believe so. I mean, anybody can play. It's really about your mindset, your toughness, what kind of dude you are. If you're quick, you're strong. We're all quick and strong. So Coach Rock trains us, Coach Pruitt critiques us, and we can do it if we're asked to.
What does that rotation kind of look like in camp most often?
Everybody's been able to do a little bit of everything. Some guys work primarily at one space, but we've all really gotten all 3 or 4 positions.
Matthew, what was, rewarding about the trip this summer to Africa, and what'd you learn from that experience?
Oh, it was an awesome experience, going to a different continent, a different country, and learning how other people live. It's not really so much different than America. And then when you think about it, you're there and you're like, hey, how can I get better at football? Because you feel like you're behind everybody else. And then at the same time, it's just like, wow, looking at all these things, it makes me a better person, leader, and football player.
What were some of the things that you did over there? And you mentioned trying to do some football work. How were you able to kind of fit that in?
The main purpose of going over there was leadership through sport. So we met with a lot of different programs and organizations that bring sport into that country, and we tried to make an impact there. And then, hey, when me, Josh, and Cheyenne, who were the other 2 football players, saw a field, we had our cleats and we got some work.
What kind of work did you do if you just had your cleats?
As a D lineman, you do get-offs, you work your hands, you kind of, do a little pass rush on air, coming out your hip, stuff like that.
Are you thinking while you're over there, and what am I missing out on, by not being here? Or how do you kind of balance that in your mind, knowing you're doing something important over there, but, not being here?
I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything in particular, just because, Coach Pruitt and everybody was behind us when we went. But just naturally, all 3 of us being competitors and just everybody on the team being a competitor, you want to figure out a way to get better no matter where you're at.
How eager are you to get to the season opener?
Oh, of course I'm very eager, putting in work, not only all spring and all fall, but just since the beginning of your career, you're just ready to play a game.
There's so much, whether it be youth or new faces on the defensive line. Do you kind of take it upon yourself to kind of, show those guys that, are just now learning the ropes and or, even the JUCO guys that are just new to the program?
I feel like my way of talking to people, you gotta talk to people, not necessarily rah in front of a whole group. So I make it a point to talk to them, see how they're doing, and they do the same for me. We're getting really close on the D line, and it's gonna make us better as individuals and as football players.
Matthew, speaking of the junior college guys, what are you seeing from Terrell and Savion? I mean, physically, they both looked the part, but I'm sure they got some stuff to learn.
Oh yeah, I mean they definitely both look the part. They're working hard. They're making their bodies even better than they already were, and they're playing hard. And that's really all you can ask for.
What is that dynamic like? Since you've been here longer than anybody in that defensive line room, how would you describe what that's like?
I don't really think about it often. I know that there's a high expectation for me, and I just try to meet it every day. But whether I was here for a day or here for the time that I've been here, that's just the mentality that the whole team takes in everything.
Do you think even the entire defense have a better understanding of the scheme of Coach Pruitt?
Oh, for sure. There's been a few little tweaks and whatnot because of Coach Derek Ansley, but everything we've really caught on, and we're understanding not only just our assignment, but how the whole defense is around our assignment and what our assignment contributes to the whole defense. And when you know that, you're going to know football. When you know football, you're going to excel.
And when you have that understanding, you think that'll automatically make this defense better?
Yeah, step by step.
Why does Zinke's message resonate so much with you guys, especially at Tennessee?
Because he played here, he knows what it is, and really, to be honest, he's been through harder than we could ever really experience, and he still has passion for the game. So if you don't have passion for the game, and we're just we're in the heat and we're struggling, it's hard, but he's in a totally different circumstance. So that really opens up your mind, it resonates with you, it really puts things into perspective.
Sorry, man. What do you think the strengths of this defensive line are going to be? Coach Pruitt has said, there's a ton of talent, but maybe a little unproven and inexperienced.
While that may be true, I feel like step by step, each and every one of us is going to contribute so much to the D line. It's going to be a group thing. I may make a play, Savion may make a play. The whole line makes a bunch of plays all game, and it's just like a dominant D line performance. That's what we're thinking of.
Do you feel more of a sense of, I don't know,